Reploids. Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Ramblin Reploids. My name is Coleman X, and as always, I am joined with my good buddy...
Twitch from Reploid REVO. How's it going, everyone?
Hey, good to have you here, and good to have everyone out there here. Thank you for joining us today, and hopefully this is a fun one, and not going to cause any controversy, because our opinions are 100% the correct opinions, or not.
Our opinions are opinions.
Our opinions are opinions, and will probably change slightly by the time this video goes live. But as of today, we are going to talk about our favorite Robot Masters from each of the core games, and a few of the little extra things.
A few of the not-so-core games.
So, let's just jump right into it. And what better place to start than the beginning?
Yeah, you usually do start with number 1, that is true.
Usually.
Unless you're from Canada, I hear those guys start with like 9 or something. Weirdos. To any Canadians in the audience, I'm only joking.
Hey.
I'm not your buddy, guy.
So Mega Man 1.
Mega Man 1.
I am picking Elecman. I love his mask. I love the eyeshadow. You know, we've talked about this before.
That's true.
He's got the cool little chest plate thing.
Mm-hmm.
It just, like, he looks cool. If this was just the cartoon, then it would be Cutman, of course. Cutman was gonna be the easy choice for me, but as far as every other media is concerned, I love Elecman. He's got such a cool design. His weapon is it's the weapon of Mega Man 1, you know?
Mm-hmm. Right. I would say that's also a good pick. I really do like Elecman. That's Keiji Inafune's favorite. He says he really likes his mask. I think he said something like he looks like a superhero. And, yeah, I could see that. Elecman's interesting in that he's the only Robot Master, or one of the only Robot Masters in the entire franchise, who doesn't have, like, Mega Man-style arms. He just has, like, normal arms with wristbands. Almost every other Robot Master in the series goes by the convention of giving them the big old Easter eggs on their arms. But Elecman is one of the few that doesn't do that, and that's pretty interesting. It's kind of cool. He's also just got, like, a nice color scheme. Even though he's, like, electricity-based, he's, like, black and red, and it kind of works really well.
Okay.
It's just an overall good design.
Just got that eyeshadow. Just that little bit of purple. I think it adds a lot. It makes his face pop.
Yeah, it kind of, to me, it always made me think of, like, it's part of the mask. But, yeah, same thing, basically.
Didn't one of those, the recent, like, joke manga that's out right now, I think one of them addressed that. And, like, he takes the mask off. I've seen a screenshot of something, I think it's from one of the new ones, and he, like, takes it off, and it's got the eyebrows, or, like, the eyelids on the mask, and he's just got these big bug eyes.
Oh my god. That's pretty funny.
I need to read those. I still haven't read them.
Yeah, I want to check those out at some point. I haven't gotten around to it, but I hear they're pretty good.
But yeah, Elecman is my choice.
Yeah, Elecman's pretty cool. I really like him. Very expressive, so that's also a good pick. My pick for favorite Robot Master from Mega Man 1 has got to be Cutman. He's just so classic. I really just love his design. Fun fact, Cutman was the first Robot Master ever designed. I think he's like the first Mega Man character, like, period.
It
like,
really
even
shows.
before, yeah, like even before the design for Mega Man and Roll and everyone else was decided, Cutman was like the first. So even though Proto Man is the prototypical Robot Master that everyone is based off of, Cutman is technically the one that set the design archetype in the real world. So that's kind of neat.
I like his funny little sea ears, you know?
I was just gonna say, it took me years to realize that his ears are the handles of a scissor. It looks like it took you till just today to realize that as well.
Whoa! Oh, that's amazing. I just thought you had little handles. That makes so much more sense.
So that's why the scissor is on his head. Well, it's not why the scissor's on his head, but the scissors are on his head, and like the little C's on the side of his head, which are his ears, are not like typical Robot Master ears, because they are, you know, it's supposed to imitate like the handles of a scissor. Like you can grab his ears and chokey the scissor thing on his head. I really like him because he's so sleek looking. I think he's very simple. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off with that. It sounded like you had a revelation.
No, it's just that's one reason I love doing this show, because we always tend to point things out for each other that we've never noticed. It's just
it's true.
So good.
It's really good getting multiple opinions from many different people. That's why I like hearing things that everyone has to say, because sometimes they notice details that you don't, or they think about things in a different way, and it's really good to discuss things about Mega Man with people. You never know what you're going to learn.
Yes.
But, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me. I just like Cutman. He's very simple. He's basically just Mega Man with, like, Cutman's head. Mm-hmm. But there's something nice about his simplicity. He's red and white, which is a really nice color scheme. I really appreciate that. And I like the shape of his scissors. I like you Cutman.
Hey.
He's just got like it's like a little Pac-Man mouth, and it's really cool. I don't know why I like it so much. It's like so not normal scissors. But there's something really fun about his design. I think maybe it's like all the circles that are in his design, and probably the fact that he's always drawn with like a little bit of an attitude. Like he's never just like smiling or happy. His eyes are always, I don't want to say angry eyes, but he's always got like angles in his eyes, because like, you know, he's always either like smirking or he's got like a little bit of an attitude, you know what I mean? Like, so he's got a lot of character to him in such a simple face, so I really like it. And I feel like Cutman is definitely a favorite among like the Capcom team, because like they always use him as like a reference for stuff. They always seem to, you know, mess around with Cutman for things. And then he's also got his own video game in canon, so like that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah, by the time of Mega Man 7, apparently Cutman 2 just released, so that's cool.
Man, I'm happy for him.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Well, you know what? I gotta ask. Do you prefer the old school red or the more modern orange?
I don't really have a preference one way or the other. I think I'm fine with both. I think they're both fine. I like the red, but it depends. Like, how many other red Robot Masters is he around? You know what I mean? I think the reddish orange, like somewhere in between, is like a good happy medium. But I don't think he should be just orange, because then I think he clashes too much with Bomb Man's color scheme, and like that's Bomb Man's thing, you know, like explosion colors. So I think making Cutman red is fine. I mean, there's no other red Robot Masters really in Mega Man 1, but you know, it depends. You don't want them to blend too much with you know, Elecman or Gutsman, who have a lot of red and black in their color schemes. But I think there's enough white on Cutman that it kind of balances out no matter what color you sit him with, so I think it's fine. Yeah, I don't have a preference.
Me, I'm in Team Orange, because I knew of Cutman exclusively from Ruby Spears for a long time, and he was bright orange. You know,
yeah,
so that's just what I'm used to. And then when I saw red, I'm like, okay. And then
yeah.
I saw him again in orange. I'm like, okay. You know what I mean?
All is right with the universe. This long-standing dispute has finally been settled.
But yes, that is Mega Man 1. Are you ready to move on to Mega Man 2?
I certainly am.
Alright, well, Metal Man, he's not a dentist, but he looks the part, and I love that. If he didn't have the blade on his forehead, I probably wouldn't pick him, but that ties the design together so well. He's got cool colors, he's got a cool weapon.
He does have cool colors. I like his antennas. He's got like neat little spikies on his antennas. As you know, I am a fan of antennas coming off of ears. So yeah, he's just got a really overall nice design. Again, a very sleek design. I like his design for the same reasons I like Cutman. Very similar reasons. But the only reason why I didn't pick Metal Man for my top is because I had a feeling you probably would have, but I also feel like I wanted to give some love to my other favorite Robot Master, Bubble Man. I love Bubble Man. I think he's got such a unique design, and I feel like he was one of the first robot... I mean, Bomb Man technically, but I think he was one of the first Robot Masters that shows that you can have, like, kind of silly-looking designs. Bubble Man has, like, a dad bod. He's kind of, like... he's kind of big, you know, he's a little chunky. And I like that. I like that he has flippers. You know, it kind of was starting to get out there with, like, the designs. Like, you don't have to make their bodies follow, like, typical rules. You can kind of have fun with, like, their body parts and things like that. So I just think Bubble Man is a nice design. His goggles are great. I like that. Even though he's kind of silly and ridiculous looking, he's still tough and determined. So yeah, I just really like Bubble Man. He's just a good, fun character. Fun fact about Bubble Man, apparently, and this is canon, due to a defect in how he was built, he cannot walk. He can only, like, waddle around and jump because he has flippers. I don't know why, but apparently he has a hard time walking, so...
Good job, Wily.
Good job. I hope Wily fixed that at some point.
Was it worth it, Doctor?
Yeah, for aquatic combat, because that happens so often. I'm sure in the 1400s he would have been a real banger.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah, Bubble Man. Cute guy.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah, I like it. The dad bod sells it. I love it.
That's true. Dad bods are in now.
Alright. What comes after Mega Man 2? Mega Man 3.
That's true. We are indeed counting in order.
Yes. For now.
Well, that's different. That's more like a detour.
Yeah. But I gotta go with Snake Man.
Hey, that's what I picked too.
Alright, let's do this. So, Snake Man. He's got a big ol' honkin' snake hair. I love it. It's so
that he
weird
does.
And cool. And I don't know, he's green. Green's rad.
But green is not a creative color.
It's a rad color. And you know what? If you go to Ruby Spears, his Buster's also a snake, and that's really, really cool.
That is really cool. They were like, hey, his helmet's awesome. Why don't we do that again for his arm?
Yeah. But, I mean, even in just the base game, like on this art here, just that expression on his face is really intimidating. Like, you'd think a guy with his face inside of a cartoon snake would look stupid, but he works it, man.
He looks really cool, and I like him because, again, it's a very sleek, kind of streamlined design. So I really like that about him. And I like in some of the updated artwork for, like, Mega Man Complete Works, they, like, drew him, like, crawling on the ground and making him, like, really low. And I'm like, that's so cool. That's, like, a nice level of sneakiness that I feel was missing from earlier artwork. So... it's very cool that he's very sneaky and stealthy, and yeah, I don't know, something about him is just really nice. I was going to pick Shadow Man, because I think the idea of a ninja robot master is so cool, and I like his helmet a lot. But I think I like Snake Man's helmet more. I think what would make Shadow Man be my favorite, and this is so simple and dumb, and it's such a cop-out answer, but if they gave Shadow Man a scarf, I think I'd be sold on Shadow Man as my #1 favorite, like, hands down. I don't know why, but a scarf just ties Shadow Man together so perfectly. But he doesn't, so I can't, in good conscience, pick Shadow Man, although he is a close second. So
I'm basically right there with you on that. But, no, just... Snake Man, especially in, like you said, in this updated art where he's just close to the ground. So intimidating and cool.
He's acting like a snake.
Man. And not to mention, Snake Man has the best song in Mega Man 3. Just saying.
It's true. It is really good. It's probably one of the best songs in Mega Man period. So
yeah, it's really good.
They really outdid themselves with that. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why that's just so good.
And you know what? You know who lives with him?
Who lives with him?
Snakey.
Oh no! We now return to Snakey's coil. Jeez.
All right. Since we had the same one, I guess it's time to move on to Mega Man 4. And
yeah,
my choice. I don't know if this is a controversial pick or not, but I'm picking Ring Man. This dude's
really.
He looks cool. Like you'd think he looks dumb with like a bubble blower sticking out of his head. Or a bubble wand, that's what it's called.
A bubble blowing, what was it? A bubble blowing baby? Whatever it is from SpongeBob.
But, I mean, he works it, you know? He's got a cool weapon. I remember really liking him in the cartoon, you know, like, again, a long time before I played the games. And, man, I'm looking at this, his pose from the data CD from Rockman and Forte. Just look at that JoJo pose. That's good. I like it. But no, I really like the design. I think I have something for red, yellow, and black on a lot of these designs, because I think it works really well with the Mega Man body type. And just, like, just the rings everywhere, and, you know, if you need to get married, who do you go to? Ring Man.
There you go. He'll just be in the back of the wedding and he just throws it to you, you know?
There you go.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and he's got a boomerang weapon, and those are fun.
Boomerang weapons are fun. My pick for 4 is Dive Man.
Ooh, okay.
There's a lot of really good Robot Masters to choose from, and I know that a lot of people probably gravitate towards Skullman and Pharaoh Man. But I feel there's so many Robot Masters that already have that kind of style to them that, like, I don't think, like, they are cool. I'm not gonna say that they're not, but they don't stand out as much to me because there's so many other Robot Masters like that already. So I went with Dive Man because the dude is a freaking boat. And there's something really cool about his body type. He literally looks like, you know, like a U-boat, not like a regular standard submarine, but like a U-boat. And I just think that's so cool that he looks like a boat, but it's like a robot, a rowboat, if you will. The only thing that I think I don't like about him is the little periscope on his head. It doesn't really look like a periscope to me and looks more like a smokestack or something. And I'm like, dude, you're going to get water in that thing. But I think if it looked more like a periscope and they put like I don't know, like a lens or something on it, I think I would like it more. But I don't know. I guess there's something novel about like the silliness of these character designs. But yeah, I just think that's cool.
To me, the periscope looks like a straw.
A straw?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Like he's a cup. Someone's about to drink the dive missiles.
Don't do that. Yeah, I don't know. I just think he's cool. He's like big and strong. He's like an aquatic guts man, and he's got like a big old chin, and he's got like this. I don't know. Just something about his design is cool. Like I like the idea of him being like a humanoid boat. I don't know why that appeals to me.
Yeah.
But I just think that's a cool idea.
He's got a little badge on his shirt. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's just it's a neat shape to a Robot Master. I really like that.
Yeah. Spins around like a goofball. I love him.
Exactly.
Alright. On to Mega Man 5. And my choice? Starman.
That's a good one. I know a lot of people like Starman.
I love the overly huge chest plate and just the stars everywhere. It's the most gaudy mess. And I love him. He's just he's so out there, and he's just I don't know, there's just something about him. It's just the big stars.
I really like his design, and it's weird because when I look at the pieces individually, I feel like I wouldn't like them, but all together, Starman just kind of works.
Yeah, and you know, back to Ruby Spears, the Buster was star-shaped.
Star-shaped
on the barrel.
on the end.
Yeah, that's so cool.
How do you know that he shoots out stars unless you put like a big old like Play-Doh star-shaped mold on the end of it?
Oh man, and his weapon, dude, that's a good weapon. Star Crash.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good shield.
Yeah, he's definitely up there as far as like really good Robot Masters go.
Mm-hmm.
What I think is funny, I think I read this in a biography about him, probably in like the Mega Man and Base data CDs. I think they said that he's like conceited or something. He's like very like full of himself.
Uh-huh.
And I remember watching this old cartoon years ago. What the heck was it? The Dr. Wily Super Happy Fun Time show, where they like interviewed a bunch of the Robot Masters and like how they feel about working for Dr. Wily. And one of the questions is like, what would you do after you're done working for Dr. Wily? And then Starman's on there and he's like, I want to become a famous movie star, but what I really want to do is direct. And I'm just like, oh man, like that to me, for whatever reason, that to me was just like, boom, that's his personality. And I don't know if that really is how Starman canonically acts, but that is how I imagine Starman now and forever. That is just, that is always how I imagine Starman from now on. It's interesting because he definitely is one of the standout designs because he's featured in a ton of like promotional artwork at the time. Like he was featured in the Mega Man OVA as the Robot Master that Mega Man is fighting right before he jumps out of the video game world.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So that's really neat, and I think there was a bunch of other promotional stuff around the time of Mega Man 5, and for whatever reason, Starman is always like the Robot Master out in front. I feel like he's just shy of Quickman status, you know what I mean? Like as far as popularity and design aesthetics go.
Yeah.
So. But for me, I went in a less glamorous direction, and my favorite one from Mega Man 5 is Charge Man.
Oh, Thomas,
Charge Man. I know, my boy Thomas over here got an orange paint job, and he's coming for you. As you might have guessed in Mega Man 4, I really like Robot Masters that kind of double as vehicles. I just think that's a neat concept, and Charge Man is just super cool. I think it's neat that his feet look like the cattle catchers on the front of like, you know, old steam trains. I think that's a neat concept. Yeah, I don't know. He's just a cool Robot Master. I just really like his design. I think it's neat, and the way he fights is interesting too. That he gets all steamed up and like hot coals shoot out of his smokestack. I'm like, oh, I get it. Like, you know, because he's a steam train. I like that he was in the intro to Mega Man 8, and then he gets absolutely obliterated by Mega Man.
God,
but that's,
he does.
you know, I just thought it was really cool. And I don't know what it is, but there's something about trains and pianos that just kind of like you can't see my hands, but I'm weaving my fingers together slowly. Just whoosh. Something about pianos and trains go together really perfectly. And in the intro to Mega Man 8, when he shows up, that's right when I think like a piano solo comes in. And it just always stuck to me, like, yeah, that's really awesome. And then that motif also stuck with me because when I played Mega Man X4 Slash Beast stage, which is on a train, starts off with like a piano style music. I think it is a piano, and I don't know why, but just trains and pianos go together. So for some reason, I just really love Charge Man and that. I'm a big train fanatic. I love trains and model trains and train spotting and things like that. So it was an obvious pick to go for Charge Man. He's just a cool idea for a Robot Master.
Cool.
You know what I want to do now? This
What's
is
that?
just a side tangent.
Sure.
I want to make a sequel to Charge Man, and make him like a Japanese bullet train style version. I think that'd be really sick.
I thought you were gonna say Caboose
Yeah.
Man, but that sounds cooler
No.
than what I was thinking.
Yeah, like a high-speed rail Charge Man. I think that'd be really sick.
That'd be really cool.
If someone's already done that, put it in the comments. Let me know.
Well, all right. On to Mega Man 6, Tomahawk Man.
Oh, I picked him too. How about that?
Nice. I just gotta go with his weapon is my favorite one in the game. You know, Silver Tomahawk is such a fun weapon, like, once you master it, just because it goes to that weird arc. And, God, he just looks intimidating. He looks cool. And it just
He is super cool.
Like, you know, every Robot Master had real-world influence on their designs. And just, this one is, I don't know, it's cool. Just the Native American look, I think it's really neat.
Yeah, I think he's got a super neat design. I like that he has, like, an axe for a hand. I think that's kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool. I think, I could be mistaken. I have to go look up a picture of him. Didn't they give him, like moccasin feet instead of, like, typical Mega Man feet?
Kind of. It's painted on. Yeah, let's,
Yeah, let me take a look. Hold on. Because I know it's, like, square in the front.
Yeah, it is square in the front.
Yeah, so it's like a you know, like a moccasin kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like
as
the
opposed
halfway
to
point.
just as opposed to like just a straight up like, you know, egg-shaped Mega Man foot. They did that neat thing with his feet, and I think that's really cool. He just has a nice looking design. The only thing I don't really like about his design, which I think looks a little silly on him, is that he has like a grass skirt, which I never really notice until like I look at his design again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that loincloth thing is supposed to be, but I think there could definitely be a better replacement. Like, they could probably add something that serves a similar function, but maybe looks a little different. But overall, he does have a great design, and I think it's really neat, really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, opposite to Nightman, excuse me, I gave it away. Opposite to Tomahawk Man, I was going to choose Nightman,
Mm-hmm. That was my second,
but I was
too.
torn. Yeah, he was going to be my second choice. But I had to go with Tomahawk Man, because Tomahawk Man is bonus level's favorite, so I had to mention that.
Oh.
But Nightman was going to be my first choice, but I did switch it to Tomahawk Man. Something about that, the headdress is just so cool and awesome looking.
Yes.
But
It's
Nightman
really cool.
also has a very sleek, simple design that just stands out, and I really like that. Instead of giving him like a sword, which is so obvious, they gave him like a really badass, like, you know, ball and chain. So
Yeah.
that's my pick. Nightman and Tomahawk Man, I'm gonna say, are tied.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Coolio. Now is the detour we talked about. So we're
gonna take a tiny detour.
gonna talk about some extra stuff before getting into Mega Man 7. And we're starting with Rockman World 5, aka Mega Man 5 on the Game Boy. And Saturn.
Yep, it's crazy how many of these have overlapped in a row, but Saturn is also my favorite.
It's so cool, like, just the ring. That adds so much. I love the ring.
Yeah, the ring is really neat, and for me, it's his helmet. I think his helmet is so unusual.
Okay.
And just interesting looking. I mean, his whole design comes together really nicely. But definitely for me, his helmet is so unorthodox and different, that I just really love the design. But yeah, definitely also the ring that's just like around his body. That's like such a neat idea. Just to mix things up, if I couldn't pick Saturn, I'm gonna say maybe well, that's tough because they're all really good. I'm gonna say Mercury is another good one because they're like made out of like liquid metal and they're like goopy, and that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
And Pluto is another good design.
I like Neptune.
Oh yeah, Neptune is awesome. He's like the token fish guy because Neptune.
Yeah.
I think Jupiter's. I think he's the like the tank guy, and he's on like 3 wheels for feet. I just think that's a cool idea. But he has like a cannon on his head.
No, Jupiter's the one that looks like a hawk.
Oh, okay. So I'm glad you corrected me then. That was my other one. I really like Jupiter. Jupiter is super cool. Because he's like got like a hawk design, and like the beak is like a visor.
Uh-huh.
Something about him is super awesome. Really like that.
Mars
is the one. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. Mars is super cool. Because I was like, oh yeah, Mars, the god of war. He's got all these guns on him. So there you go. So I just like his feet. His feet are unique, and he gives Top Man a run for his money. I mean, all of the Star Droids are just excellent designs, really. Like, I have almost no complaints about any of them. Well, except for one, because I did have to pick a least favorite, but that'll come up later.
Yeah, we'll get there.
They're all really good, but yeah, Saturn is definitely my top pick. He's just so awesome. He's got the giant triangle gem on his forehead.
Yes.
That's just so neat looking.
I just realized he has a butt chin, but he works it.
And how many times have you seen a brown Robot Master?
Not too many.
Like, it's a weird color, but he pulls it off, you know?
Yeah, it works. Butt chin. Look at him.
The Mega Man World's designers, they were like hitting on all cylinders when they were designing these characters.
Oh yeah. Super fun. Super fun.
Definitely.
Well, you know what else is super fun?
What's up?
Mega Man Killers. Or should I say the Mega Man Killers featuring Quint? Because he's on
the Mega Man Killers featuring Quint. Yeah, definitely.
And Quint is actually my choice because that's the game that I grew up with, and you know, just thought it was Proto Man forever because he was colored red on the on the box. You know,
he's just weird. He's just weird Proto Man.
He's just weird Proto Man, and just like Sakugarne is stupid and amazing, and we've had so much fun at the expense of Quint on this show.
It's true.
And I
really have.
I can't hate him. I think he's got a cool design, and just the more I think about it, the more I love him. He's really neat.
Yeah, Quint is really awesome. I think even on his own, he does have like a nice evil Mega Man vibe, which is what he was supposed to have. And then I feel like ever since then, they were like, okay, anytime we do an evil Mega Man, he's got to be green. That's always been a thing. Like he's like the prototype of Ix, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't know why when Wily got control of Quint, or excuse me, he's like, okay, I finally have Mega Man. I can do anything I want with him. I'm gonna reprogram him for evil. And it's like, yes, I'm gonna upgrade him and give him amazing weapons. Yes, go on. And by upgrading him and give him amazing weapons, I mean I'm going to create a jackhammer with eyes. And it's like, what? Why? Where did this left turn come from? But, you know, he's like so powerful and oh my god, you know, like it's crazy. I don't know. And just on Quint, can I just go off on another slight tangent and say that Rockman Shadow is like better? Rockman Shadow is a better Quint. I'm just gonna put it out there, even though he's in like a really like screwy game that like no one's heard of and the canonicity is like all over the place. He's just straight up a better Quint. He's Quint, but he has like a beam saber that comes out of his buster. Ooh. and is canonically so powerful that he defeated everyone in his time period.
That's awesome. Like, I know nothing of Shadow, but that sounds really cool. Like, that was brand new.
Well, you'll find out when my video comes out. But effectively, Rockman Shadow is he's a prototype of Quint, who was then discarded by both Dr. Wileys from the present and the future, who were like, you know what, never mind, we can't build a robot from scratch. Let's go and kidnap Mega Man, and we'll use him as the platform that we build all this stuff on. So they discarded him, and this is my theory. I have to, you know, explain it all, but just take my word for it, at least for now. Basically, they left him behind in the future, kidnapped future Mega Man, who was defenseless, because he's like, well, everything's peaceful, I don't need to be Mega Man anymore. Took him back to the past, and then turned him into Quint. But that means that now the future doesn't have a Mega Man in it to protect it, and Rockman Shadow, who was supposed to be Quint, is like, well, there's no one here to stop me, so I guess I may as well, you know, become really powerful. So he goes around defeating other robots and upgrading himself over time, and eventually becomes the most powerful robot master in his time period. And so he's like, no one can beat me because I'm too powerful, so I need to go back in time and fight the original Mega Man, and like he's the only person who might be able to beat me. And so in that regards, I'm like, yeah, Rockman Shadow is like a much cooler version of Quint, because Quint himself just gets a jackhammer, but this guy is like yeah, I beat everyone, and I have a beam saber in my arm, and you know, he just by sheer weaponry alone, he has cooler stuff than Quint, and it's a shame because if Quint had Sakugarne and a Buster, or Sakugarne and a Beam Saber, or Sakugarne and any other cool weapon, I wouldn't care. But it's the fact that all he literally does is hop around and try to slam on you, that I'm just like, really? This is the best you can do? You finally capture your nemesis, and your first instinct was, you know, jackhammer pogo stick? I don't get it, man.
So is Rockman Shadow your choice, or was that just a little side tangent?
That was just a side tangent. I'm sorry.
Okay. That's okay.
My favorite Rockman killer, or Mega Man killer, excuse me, I'm getting my localizations mixed up.
Excuse me?
Is Enker. I
Yeah,
think
that
Enker,
was my
the
other
first
choice.
one, he's probably the coolest Mega Man killer, and who I consider the quote-unquote leader of the Mega Man killers. I just think that his design is really, really nice. He kind of looks like a knight, and he has like a cool weapon, and like it's not canonical, it's not like confirmed, but a lot of people say like it shows that Wily did indeed make a Robot Master made out of whatever Metools are made out of. But the fact is that's not actually true. It's not his armor that's impenetrable. Well, it is. His armor is strong, but it's his thingy. The spear. I can't remember what it's called. The anchor spear. That's the thing that absorbs your shots and then reflects them back at you. So I just think that he's a cool design with a cool weapon. I really love his helmet. I think the helmet is what really sells it for me. And I like his color scheme. I just think he's a very well designed character, and it's a shame that we don't see more Enker.
Yeah, you know, like, if we weren't going to include Quint, I was going to pick Enker. And the main reason that I like him so much is because of Mega Man Soccer. Because I rented that game, and I saw this really cool-looking character. I'm like, who even is this? He's not a man, you know? It's not something man. I don't know who this is, and, you know, I don't have internet. I can't find out. You know, so it was just years of just questioning who this guy was.
Who is he? You have like post-it notes and red twine all over your wall, trying to connect the dots as to who. And you're like, what's an Enker? You're like, Enka music from Japan? What could this mean? Connected?
But no, it was just the mystery of it. And I thought it was really cool, and then finding out that he's actually a pretty cool character. Yeah, it was just the little icing on the cake.
Yeah, you know, he's, you know, designed to kill Mega Man. Awesome.
But who else was designed to kill Mega Man? The Genesis unit, of course.
Oh, yes, that is right. I nearly forgot about these guys, because there's only 3 of them.
Yep. Mega Man: The Wily Wars. If you're not familiar, there's a Wily Tower at the end. There's Wily Tower at the end, and we have Journey to the West Robot Masters, and they are named very silly. And I'm gonna go with probably the least silly name, which is Buster Rod G.
That one's also mine.
Yeah, it's Sun Wukong. You know, he's cool. He's got the staff, and he's just cool.
Yeah, he's literally like a Monkey King themed Robot Master, and I think that's awesome. He just a very solid design. He looks very agile, and he looks like he's really good with the staff. You know, or excuse me, the rod. I don't know why their names are so weird. Like, so I'm gonna just say this. Because we're going through all of them, we had to pick a favorite. I'm gonna go with Buster Rod G because, yeah, number 1, his name is the least silly, and I think he has the most solid, pretty cool design. However, they all lose points for having these completely idiotic names. They don't make any sense. Like, he's not Buster Rod. You know, like that would have been enough. He's not, you know, Mega Water. You know, they're not those things. No, it's Buster Rod G. And I'm like, well, what does the G stand for? Like, why a random letter at the end? Like, it sounds more like a weapon than it does a character. You know, if you were to say, you know, get equipped with Buster Rod G, like, I would be like, okay, it's a weapon. You know, I would know what that is. But if you were to say, you know, Like, oh no, you're gonna go fight Buster Rod G. It's like, what?
Hold on.
That doesn't sound like a name.
They at least stand for something. I'm on the wiki.
Oh, do they? I'm sure they do, but I don't know what they are.
The G stands for Goku.
I figured that much.
Sun Wukong, Son Goku.
Mm-hmm. You could be like, yeah, you know, and then there's going to be like, I don't know, Turbo Shot C. It stands for Chuba Chaba, and I'd be like, yep, okay.
I thought you were gonna say Chupacabra. It's like, okay, we're on the other side of the world, but you know what? I'll take it.
Well, I mean, I guess Chuba Chaba does sound like Chupacabra, but I was saying Chuba Chaba because, if you've ever seen Dexter's Laboratory, there's Dee Dee's imaginary friend, Kusala Goopa Goop.
Uh-huh.
And there's like an episode where like he's bothering the crap out of Dexter and like he hates him, and I think he's like making a sandwich or like walking somewhere, and he's like singing this dumb song that for whatever reason is stuck in my head. It's just nonsense. He's just like a chuba, a chaba, a chuba chaba chiba, a chuba, yes. A chaba, a chuba chaba chiba, and I'm just like, why is that so catchy? It's been in my head since I was like 10. So that's that's the origin of that particular series of syllables of nonsense. It's just Dexter's Laboratory, Kusala Goopa Goop. If I said any of these words without giving you the context, you'd think I was crazy. So why do you say Chuba Chaba Chiba? Well, you know, from Kusala Goopa Goop. What?
Excuse me?
Come again? God bless you?
Do we need to have an intervention? Is it time?
Oh my god. Speaking in tongues, get a priest. God.
Oh man, okay.
Alright.
Buster Rod G.
Buster Rod G.
Oh man. Mega Man 7. We're back on the train. We're back
on the train.
On the rails.
Well, no, he was left behind back in Mega Man 5, so.
Woo woo. Freeze Man.
Freeze Man. That's a good choice.
Going with, I mean, if it wasn't for the Freeze Cracker being the best name, then I might not have picked him, but just...
Bitch!
But no, he's got... he's got, like, cool shiny feet and knees. And he just looks
My shiny feet and me. My shiny feet that sparkle. I can't. I'm laughing too much to recall the lyrics, but you know, you can hear it in your head already.
Oh man. He looks cool.
He does look cool, literally. So on Freeze Man, because he is a really awesome design.
Yes.
Me and my friend who goes by Chris Forte, you might have seen me play a Mega Man 7 ROM hack race with them, where I played as Mega Man and they played as Bass.
I remember.
Did it years ago on my channel. It was a very popular video. We both came to the realization that Freeze Man might in fact be a Vanilla Ice reference, because he does like the Vanilla Ice like chin hold pose. Which is, it's a thing that Vanilla Ice does. So Freeze Man does like a pose, and then he looks at the screen, and he kind of like grabs it, like imagine you're doing like a finger gun, and then put the between your thumb and index finger against your chin. That's what he does. He does like a little like like kind of like looking at you kind of pose. Right. So we were thinking, oh my god, he's Vanilla Ice because he's Freeze Man. Because that's such a very specific pose that he does, and it would have been around the correct time period too for that. I don't know. That's just our theory, and we love it. Or we love the idea of Freeze Man being Vanilla Ice, and on top of that, with the rapper aesthetic, the fact that his weapon is Freeze Cracker, it's just come on, it's too good. Too many pieces falling into place all at once. Iceman, you know I'm not playing.
Oh my god, it's time for the ninja rap. But I love that he
we left him back in Mega Man 3. No, I'm sorry.
I love that he taunts you. You know, if you just sit there and don't do anything, he freezes until you do something. And doesn't, if you shoot him with Freeze Cracker, doesn't that, like, freeze the game?
Yeah, the game, like,
or
freezes for a second, and then he poses.
I need to try that. I still haven't tried it.
Well, that's like Heatman. If you hit Heatman in Mega Man 2 with Crash Bomb, it heals him, and I never knew that.
Whoa, that's really rad.
I've never had that happen because, like, I just never come across them in that order whenever I play. But yeah, if you hit Heatman with a Crash Bomb, the explosion heals him.
That's super cool.
Yeah, I like that they were thinking of, like, weaknesses, but also, like, if you use a weapon that would help a Robot Master, like, naturally, you know. Which is interesting, because I'm like, why does the Crash Bomb heal him, but, like, Heatman's own weapon doesn't heal him? So, you'd think that's how that would work. Like, he could absorb his own heat, and it would, like, refill his health or something. I don't know, whatever.
Freeze Man.
Freeze Man. My Mega Man 7 pick for my favorite one is Cloud Man, and that was a difficult choice.
7 was difficult.
Yeah, there's so many different Robot Masters, and they're all really good. Like, I love all of them. Like, I want to mention, it's a little late in the video to say this, but just because we're picking one as our favorite doesn't mean by any stretch of the imagination that we dislike other ones. Yeah, same thing, like, for when we eventually get to our least favorite Robot Masters. I'm not even saying that as, like, a bad thing. It's just that if you have to pick a top and you have to pick a bottom,
right?
Like, even if you really love that one, there's definitely the one that you love the least.
Right, it's the least best.
The least best, exactly. So, it was really hard, because I really love Junkman. I think Junkman is super cool. I love that he's like a Frankenstein's monster kind of robot. And I love his jumping animation, where, like, his whole body spins. I just love that animation. I really like Springman, contrary to popular belief. I think he's got a neat design. He's kind of interesting looking, even though his limbs are made out of springs. Something about him is just appealing to me. And I can go down the list. They're all excellent. Shademan also, even though he kind of looks like Dick Dastardly. Shademan's pretty awesome. But I settled on Cloudman because he has such an unorthodox body type. He doesn't have legs. He's literally a cloud, and he just kind of hovers. And I thought that was really cool. I liked the idea that Cloudman is always hovering. And I thought that was a really nice, super unorthodox kind of body type. I don't remember if the other Robot Masters in previous games ever had something like that, but I know that Cloudman is the one that stands out the most to me. You know, Cloudman clouded so that Astro Man could Astro. But, you know, I like that idea. I think that's super cool, and I really like Cloudman, and he's just got a neat design. I like that it kind of looks like... I could be mistaken. I'm gonna go look up a picture of Cloudman right now. But in my head, I picture Cloudman with, like, a vest. Like, he has, like, a little, like, vest around him, and he looks like some sort of, like, sultan. Yeah, he is wearing, like, a vest. I love his design. I just think he looks super cool. He's got, like, the Raijin orbs behind him, like he's a thunder god of some kind. I don't know. I just love his design. I think he's great. So, yeah. Definitely Cloudman. He's super cool.
Alright. On to Mega Man 8. And my choice is Swordman.
Swordman.
I love Swordman.
This is another game where it's really hard to pick, like, a top, because I was looking at all of them, and I'm like, I love all of these designs.
Yeah, they're all really good.
Swordman is a great one.
The way that his body is, like, split in half and, like, I guess magnet together, and he uses that in the fight, like, to fly apart and then, like, spin around and stuff. It's so cool.
Yeah, he's really interesting in that he doesn't have, like, a middle half, and he just kind of, like, levitates. I think that's really neat, and the idea that his whole arm is just this big sword is really awesome. This is just another game where, like, all the designs were they were really, really great. Every single one. Swordman is super cool. I like that he has, like, an interesting shaped helmet. It's kind of flat. And he has, like, the cool, like, antenna ears. And I like you said, that he can split in half. I think that was a neat idea. Fun fact about Swordman. According to the, at least the English manual, when Dr. Wily was attaching the sword to Swordman, it was so heavy that he couldn't lift it.
Wow.
So, Dr. Wily installed like some sort of levitation thingy in it so that he wouldn't have to worry about the weight because it would just levitate.
Cool.
But then it just makes me think, why did you have to levitate his whole upper torso? Why didn't you just levitate the sword so that it doesn't weigh anything? But whatever. That's Wily thinking at work. So,
yeah.
It works to his advantage. It makes him very unique and cool.
And he must have been pretty popular because he was one of the only ones that got a Mega Armor kit back in the day.
It's true. I was gonna say, Swordman and Tengu Man are the only two Robot Masters from Mega Man 8 that got a kit, and then also Duo.
Mm-hmm.
But absolutely, super cool design. I love him.
But yeah, that's my choice. What do you got?
I think anyone who knows me knows that I have to go with this one. It's really difficult because I said I love all of them, but I gotta go with Grenade Man!
That felt good!
That felt good! Because Grenade Man is literally a walking grenade. He's just so cool. I love Grenade Man's body. I like that he has, whatchamacallit, like the caution signs all around him.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really neat. That there's like the caution tape that goes around his body. I like his Buster. Something about the Buster, like, I don't know how to describe it. It just feels right to me. It's very like cylindrical as opposed to like being like egg-shaped. It's just cylindrical and has this cool like yellow thing around it, and like it looks like an industrial piece of equipment. I love the little red stripes on his knees and arms. Like, he looks like he's in, like, he looks like he's in, like, a bomb suit, like he's in padded armor so that he can, like, withstand explosions. And as I said, I love the fact that his torso is shaped like a grenade, and his head has the little trigger. I forget what you call that thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't remember what they're called.
It gives him a really cool silhouette, and I really like it. I just love that. It's almost like his hair. It's kind of like a cool slick back kind of ponytail looking sort of thing. Ah, man. I don't know. That combined with his awesome personality is just like, I love Grenade Man so much. He's
Grenade
just
Man
awesome.
Yeah, that was my second choice. If I didn't love Swordman so much, it would have been straight up Grenade Man.
Yeah, it was really hard. I was gonna say either Tengu Man, Swordman, or Grenade Man were like my favorites. But I also love Frostman. And then as I'm going down the list, I'm like, oh, but I love Clown Man. And like every time I look at them, I couldn't decide on which one I like because I love all of them. Yeah, Grenade Man. How could you not love his wild card personality? He's just so awesome.
Yeah, he's just strange enough, and I love it.
Yeah, most of it is definitely his personality with just how crazy he is, and something about a crazy robot master that loves blowing himself up is really funny to me.
That felt good. I love
that
it.
felt good.
Oh boy.
Wonderful
right.
Grenade Man.
Well, you know what else is wonderful? Rockman Forte. And
It sure is.
I love that game. I think it gets a bad rap sometimes, but just take your time, play as bass, have fun. But
yeah, play as bass, only play as Mega Man when necessary.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
But Magic Man. I love that design. It is so out there and like loud with the top hat and then the card shoulders. But
he is certainly very loud.
Damn it, does it work? It is so good. He's got like the tuxedo mask and the giant like bow tie and like a cane. Like, I wouldn't mess with this guy. I would probably, throw money at him to do a trick. He's so
the
cool.
The cane is definitely my favorite part, and I really love the
shoes.
Whatchamacallit? The what?
The shoes.
Oh my god. I love how he looks like a showman. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, he's got the buttons.
Just something about that is really nice. I kind of like the card shoulder pads. I think that's neat.
They're great. That's what sold me on it.
I don't know how they work, but I love them.
Yeah, we can see why this guy didn't get a toy. Like, how do you move his arms?
Yeah, how would he even work? But who cares? The fact is, he does. That's all that matters.
It looks cool. It works in a video game.
Exactly. Super cool design.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything else to add on that one before I interject?
Yeah, magic card is a really fun weapon. It lets Mega Man shoot upwards, and that's pretty rad.
I like the sound it makes.
Yeah, it's funny. But yeah, just Magic Man. And that's it.
Magic Man.
Just look at him.
I think for Mega Man and Bass, my favorite is Cold Man.
Ooh.
I really like ice themed things, and Cold Man is super cool. No pun intended. I like his body type. I like that he's kind of like short and stocky, but he looks beefy too. Like he's kind of like built, you know, like he's tough, like a little ball of muscle. You know, he looks very like hardy and very strong. And since he's often like the first robot master that you're going to be fighting, usually I would assume.
Yeah.
It kind of sells that idea because you can only pick away at him by doing like one pellet of damage each. At least when you're playing as Bass, that's what it makes me feel like.
Right. Yeah.
So I really liked Cold Man. I like his just like the shape of his body is like so unorthodox. Like it's very blocky and square. Kind of makes me think of Commando Man. I really like that kind of blockiness. And my other favorite feature is that when he gets angry and like he prepares to attack, he like blows his stack and like his hat flies off. He does like a little like burp and like the hat flies off, and I just thought that was so cool. It's I don't know what it is. It just adds a lot of personality to him. So I just really like that. I don't remember what all of his attacks are, but when I look at his chest, it looks like, does it open up or something?
Yeah, well,
I think it does, doesn't it?
This says that he was used to keep things at absolute zero, like for refrigeration. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I assume it just opens up like a chest freezer.
I think I'm looking at a thing. Yeah, his chest opens up and like cold stuff comes out of it.
Chest freezer. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and like he does look kind of like a freezer or like a refrigerator or something. And I just think that's really neat. That's like, you know, part of his design. I don't know, man. Something about him is just so appealing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, he's also the boss that was featured in that really awesome video of the guy doing the Bass speedrun.
Oh,
where he's killing Freeze Man to the beat of the music.
Yeah.
Can I just say that Mega Man and Bass has like one of the best boss themes ever?
It's really good.
It's really, really freaking good. Man, Mega Man and Bass is such a good game. People gotta give it a chance.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, it's too hard. I'm like, no, it's like NES difficulty, but like on the SNES is what it is.
You just gotta take your time.
But take your time. It's fun. After I've played it enough times, now I can beat Mega Man and Bass like regularly, just as much as I would any other game.
Mm-hmm. And there are these really good ROM hacks out there. One of them lets you change characters whenever you want, and one of them lets you equip multiple weapons. I mean, not the weapons, but the things you buy in the shop. And that balances the game so much. Like, you know, the character change is just, you know, fun if you want to, or if you want to collect a CD or something. But equipping multiple items is extremely useful. So you don't have to just switch back and forth. But,
yeah, oh, bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you, again.
Hope you're not catching a cold, man. Ow! She hit me! Oh, right in the vaccine arm.
Ooh.
I know. Yeah, those ROM hacks are really awesome. I played them before, the one that lets you switch, and I think that's so much fun being able to swap between Mega Man and Bass on the fly. I don't know why Capcom isn't taking notes, but any game where you're going to feature two main characters, please let us switch between them on the fly. Everyone, like literally everyone loves that.
Mm-hmm. It's really, really good. You know, if I didn't pick Magic Man, I was really close to picking Ground Man, because his design is just really cool.
Oh yeah, Groundman is all there. There's so many good designs. Mega Man and Bass is another one where it's hard to really pick. They're all such good designs, and I think they were all designed by different artists from around, like, who have done stuff for Mega Man before. Like, I know Hideki Ishikawa did one, and I think Hitoshi Ariga did one. Like, they got a bunch of people to design them. And that's also why the game has so much mixed style official artwork, because it was like a celebration game. And they picked a bunch of artists from all over to do it. So you'll find artwork from Ariga for Mega Man and Bass, and also Ishikawa, and then also this other artist. So they got a bunch of them. I can't remember the third guy's name, and I feel really bad because he does good work.
Koji Izuki.
Oh, there you go.
I had it pulled up.
No, see,
I wasn't just sitting on that one.
He did your research for this episode.
Aha!
But yeah, they all did excellent.
Yes.
Really, really excellent.
Well, you ready to move on to Mega Man 9?
Yeah, let's mosey on over to Mega Man 9. We won't have to wait 8 years this time.
Well, my choice was... This one was probably the easiest one. Splash Woman. Love her design.
I've had a feeling.
Yeah, it's so good, and it, like, you know, it's not just the novelty of there being a female robot master. It's just a good design. You know, it's a good design. Her weapon is really fun. Her fight's fun. You know, like when she sings and swims upward and like all the fish are attacking you, and then she's shooting down. Like, that's so much fun. And then there's the Mega Ran song for Splash Woman. And that's amazing. You know, if you haven't seen it, go look it up. It's really, really good.
I'm disqualifying you. That is a detail that exists outside the games for choosing your favorite, and therefore it's not allowed. No,
confound it.
No, I'm kidding. There's no rules. Whatever you use to like a character, go ahead and do it. Like, for me, like how I said, it was Starman from that one Flash animation. Everyone's got their reasons, so it's interesting. Comment down below why you love a character, if it comes from outside of the game sources and it comes from something else.
Yes.
If it's like a fan fiction, a Flash video, a cartoon, anything. I want to hear these. These are interesting stories.
Yeah, everybody's got their own story to tell, and
yes,
it's often very interesting. But yes, Splash Woman, for all those reasons.
Splash Woman.
And probably more. Just, she's super cool, and I love her, and I'm glad that in the end that she didn't have to get retired. And she got to become a model or maybe just likes taking Instagram photos, I'm not sure.
she became an Instagram thought. Otto is just sitting there taking pictures like, this is going to be awesome. Or maybe, I guess nowadays it'd be an OnlyFans. Uh-oh.
Only Masters?
Yeah.
Or
Splash Woman has just an excellent design.
Like the shells as the shoulders. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And the wave coming out of the helmet, it's so good.
Yeah, the wave coming off the side of the helmet is interesting, because I don't normally like asymmetric designs, but it kind of works in this particular case. I don't know how to describe it, but her helmet makes me think of, like... This is gonna make no sense now that I'm saying it out loud. It makes me think of, like, old movie stars and actresses.
Okay.
Like, how they might wear, like, fancy... like hats or like veils and things like that. It's something about the splashiness on her helmet makes me like her helmet, and the splashy thing makes me think of like old movie stars, and it's probably also part of like her personality and like just the way that she's presented, and that's also like the kind of attitude that she gives off. Like, she's very like diva-esque. You know, she's very like, you know, like she comes across as someone who would be famous for singing, you know, like she's a performer, which is, you know, that's part of her power, is that she sings. So something about the design, and I can't put my finger on it exactly, makes me think of that. And I just really like that, and I think it was bold of them to make her like a literal mermaid, as opposed to, you know, I feel really bad for Bubble Man, because here he is with his flippers and he can't walk, but like Splash Woman is beloved by everyone and she doesn't even have legs, so sorry, Bubble Man. I gotta find it, and when I do, I'll get the link for it and send it to you. There's a really great remix I've heard of Splash Woman's theme that towards the end has like a little cameo of Bubbleman's theme mixed in, and then it becomes like this really nice combination of Bubbleman and Splash Woman together. And I thought that was great, and that song gives me the headcanon that Splash Woman and Bubbleman eventually hook up and become a couple. Good ending for Bubbleman.
Yes. The end.
The end. Wait, did I say mine yet? I don't remember.
Not even a little. What do you got?
Not even a little. Okay. So, my Robot Master pick for 9, which is difficult because there's a bunch of them that I really like.
Honey Woman.
Actually, huh?
Honey Woman.
Well, are we including cut Robot Masters? Because
I wasn't even thinking of it until I saw Ocean Man there. I'm like, oh yeah, Honey Woman.
Ocean Man.
Yes.
I guess it would be Honey Woman if I could choose Honey Woman. So she's in a reserve. We'll say
Honorable.
I actually went with Concrete Man.
Okay.
I don't have much attachment to Concrete Man as like a character, but I really like the way he looks. I think he's got a really good design. There's a handful of Robot Masters in 9 where I just kind of felt like their designs really weren't super great, or they were competent, but like I wasn't, just wasn't excited about them. But Splash Woman was great.
They were trying to go back to basics, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, and that's fine. But like, you know, I feel like 9 had too many of the quote-unquote weird Robot Masters and not enough like normal ones. But I could be wrong. I mean, who knows? That's a subjective thing. But I like Concrete Man. He's basically just Gutsman version 2. And I really like his design. I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't like him because he's Gutsman, but Gutsman is such a good Robot Master design. Like, I had a hard time not picking him for my Mega Man 1 choice. So I'm making up for it by picking his cousin, Concrete Man. So, I just like Concrete Man. He looks really good. Good design. Good colors. I could care less about his weapon, but I just think he himself is a good design, and I really like it, so... Alrighty, let's move on to the next one.
Nothing else to say about Gutsman 2 Electric Boogaloo?
No, nothing really more to say other than I almost wish that there was a second wave of Gutsman's ass jokes, but like about Concrete Man. I think that would have been a beautiful thing to just have like Concrete Man have Gutsman's ass jokes because he's just Gutsman again. But yeah, it is what it is.
Well, so is Mega Man 10. And
yes,
this one might be another controversial pick, but I'm going with Pump Man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Pump Man.
He's goofy and stupid, but he's one of my favorite fights in the game, and I love that he is man enough to just pump himself up in public when he needs to, and then shoot off, like, again, one of the best shield weapons in the series. And, I don't know, he's just the right amount of silly, and I like him. And he's blue? I don't know. I just like him. Leave me alone.
He's blue? I don't know. I do think his design is interesting. I like that his head has like the same kind of thing like that Grenade Man has going on, but it's functional.
Yeah, like I love that the animation goes out of the way to show him actually using it, you know? Like even though it's just an 8-bit game, it went out of its way to show the pumping.
The sprite animation in Mega Man 9, 9 and 10, I should say, was really good, even though it was 8-bit.
Yes.
Very smooth. I really liked it. I was going to say, when I was little, and every time I saw one of those like kind of pumps in like a cartoon, I always wanted to use one. Yeah. And it was really weird because like seeing Pump Man made me like a little bit excited, where I was like, I don't know why, I can't pump man, it doesn't work that way, but like that little bit of like irrational, like little kid longing for a stupid thing you saw in cartoons was satisfied when I saw Pump Man.
I get you.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Pump Man's my choice. I think he's neat. I think he gets a bad rap.
I just think he's neat.
He's neat. Leave me alone.
My choice, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
My choice is Commando Man.
Ooh.
I love Commando Man. I think he's got such a cool design. We don't see too many boxy robot masters, so I really, really, really love Commando Man. Like, dude looks like a tank. He looks tough. Like, I almost want to say, is this like a fan design? Because they try not to make most Mega Man characters look like weapons of war. They might go with like a goofy handgun or like some other silly thing, but they typically try not to make them look like military weapons. But Commando Man is like, nah, man. I launch missiles, bro. Like, he just looks super cool. Like, I like to picture it like, you know what it is? He kind of looks like a Jeep, like a military Jeep.
Okay.
In the way that he's shaped, and I don't know, just he's got his really great boxy looking design. I like to picture Commando Man as G.I. Joe and Napalm Man is like Cobra. That's my headcanon. You're all free to take it if you like.
I get it. Canon, because he's a commander.
Look at you! I didn't even think of that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Commando Man. I don't know. I don't got too much to say. I just love him. I love the little X's in his shoulder, like the little indents. Mm-hmm. He just looks really cool. He's very awesome looking. He's got a good color scheme. Green and white look really good together, as per, I think Tornado Man has that. So he's really good too. Yeah, just, I don't know, man. Commando Man. He's cool. Awesome. But don't worry, he is indeed wearing underpants, so. It's not that kind of Commando.
Yeah, it's not going Commando Man.
He's not going Commando Man, just Commando Man.
Right. That'll be a Mega Man 12.
Yeah. Mega Man 12. He's walking around without his underpants on, wondering if anyone's going to notice. And then you catch him with his pants down. Oh no!
Oh no! Alright. Let's Are
we gonna sync up again for Mega Man 11? We had a lot of overlaps in this one, but I know when we get to the second round, we're gonna have some that I don't think overlap. Yeah, but we'll see.
I think we're gonna have very different opinions on that. But let's
yes.
Let's end this with the newest Mega Man game, Mega Man 11,
of course,
and easy choice. This second easiest choice because it's Tundra Man. Dr. Cossack is back, and he's making a beautiful boy. Like,
you know it.
God, just that like ponytail, the skates.
Tundra Man is my pick too, just to make it obvious.
Just the jacket with the collar,
the skates,
the flamboyance, just his attitude, his weapon, everything about Tundra Man is amazing.
Tundra Man is absolutely one of my favorite robot masters. Like, it's funny because everything about his design, based on like my sensibilities, would tell me that like I wouldn't like him because I don't really care for that kind of thing in any other medium. But for some reason with Tundra Man, he just nails it so perfectly that I cannot help but respect him. He's beautiful. Mm-hmm. I love that he literally ice skates around and he does like totally legitimate like ice skater moves. And, like, the spotlight when he comes in is, like, it's great. He's so cool. Great, great, great character. And I love his ice skates. I think, like, just in, like, a weaponization kind of thing. I imagine he's, like, spinning around and then he, like, sticks his leg out for, like, a spinning kick. And he's got those blades on his feet. You gotta watch out. Like, it's just so cool. Uh-huh. So many cool ideas you can do with him.
Yeah, that really reminded me of,
I love him.
Of Kirby 64. Because one of the power combinations, I think it was Cutter and Ice, gave Kirby ice skates, and then you could do like twirls and stuff, and like just like demolish enemies that were in your way. And I've always liked that. And then when I saw that Tundra Man fought in that same way, I'm like, yes, it was so cool.
Yeah, Tundra Man's excellent. I really love Tundra Man, and I like his backstory was that he was meant for like Arctic exploration and then didn't want to do it anymore, and so he like came back home and got refitted to be an ice skater, and like that's what he always wanted to do. I love him. I love Tundra Man.
Tundra Man is like the personification of be who you want to be and don't let anyone tell you can't, and that's kind of beautiful, and I love Tundra Man all the more for it, because that's like a good message,
It is a good message, and I like that they added the gallery in Mega Man 11, which I hope becomes a mainstay in future games, where you can read like the information about each character and each enemy. I think that's super cool. People love gallery modes like that, and I don't know why most people, when they make games, don't do that, because it's so easy to implement a gallery mode. Like, you've made all the assets already. All you need to do is just queue them up in like a list and just let people look at them, you know?
Right.
I love that, so I think that's super cool, and I like that they talked about that. And also, yeah, as you said, Dr. Cossack made him, so I love that #1 best robot maker country comes back, finally, and is acknowledged in some way. I just want Cossack to come back as a character. Like, he doesn't need to do much. I just want to see him be there.
Yeah.
You know, or maybe he could come back. Maybe Dr. Cossack and Dr. Light could team up to go and stop Wily. And, like, you know, maybe Cossack could be like, Proto Man, I can, you know, outfit you with a temporary power core that will extend your lifespan so that you can fight with Mega Man, you know, and, like, you know, something, like, to bring him back into the fray. Because Dr. Cossack is actually just as capable as Dr. Light. It's just that we never talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, but he's absolutely like right up there with White and Wily. It's just that he's off doing his own thing in Russia for whatever reason.
He's off being a dad. That comes first.
He is off being a good dad to Kalinka, I'm sure. Good dad Cossack.
Yes. But yeah, Tundra Man. Like 11 out of 10. I love him so much.
Yep. No pun intended, huh? 11 out of 10?
Hey.
Hey yo.
That was not intended at all. But those are our favorites. And then some.
Yes.
So, viewers at home, what are your favorites? Did you agree with any of ours? Did someone make a bingo card going in and get a bingo?
That would be fun. Robot Master Bingo.
That'd be kind of neat.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let us know who you like, and next time we'll do who we like the least. Again, there are none that we're
going to talk about the Robot Masters that suck.
Oh my god!
No, I'm kidding. Again, these are mostly Robot Masters that we like the least, because it's hard to hate a Robot Master, you know?
Yep. Even a foot race among champions has a last place, you know?
Exactly.
But that's gonna do it for us today.
Quickman would win that foot race.
Well, yeah. But that's gonna do it for us today. Thank you for joining. Twitch, thank you as always for being on.
Absolutely, I love being here.
Yes, and join us next time. Bye-bye.
See you later, everyone.
Hey, thanks for watching. As always, big thanks goes out to Sylby, Dano, Sigma, Duckman, Dornor, Masterman, Adachi, Darupi, Aiden, Sprinkwing, and the rest of our supporters. Be sure to let us know your favorites in the comments. See you next time.